Hey everybody, it's me Fadi and welcome again to my aquarium channel. Today we will continue what we started in the previous week. We started a new series on how to build and maintain a reef aquarium, and today I will show you how I mix my water. Getting clean salt water is crucial for your reef success. The ideal water should have parameters close to natural seawater and should be free of ammonia, nitrate, phosphate, and toxic heavy metals. Some salt brands have elevated levels of calcium, alkalinity, and magnesium. These salts are ideal for reef tanks with low calcium and alkalinity consumption. A regular weekly water change will be enough to supply the tank with the needed calcium and alkalinity needs. There are many salts to choose from. You need to pick a salt that have high quality, have consistent parameters, highly available, and close to the parameters you try to maintain. Some of the good brands that I recommend to use are Red Sea, Fred's, D&D, Tropic Marine, Kent, and Instant Ocean. Here in the Arabic region, salt is not always available, so I use whatever I can get. Currently, I use Red Sea salts. I mix Red Sea blue bucket with the black bucket Pro to achieve the parameter values that I desire. The major elements in seawater that we need to maintain in our reef aquariums are calcium, alkalinity, and magnesium. I target 420 ppm for calcium, 8.5 dkh for alkalinity, and 1300 ppm for magnesium. Blue bucket have 410 calcium, 7.7 dkh, and around 1200 magnesium, which is a little low for my needs. On the other hand, the black bucket contains 450 calcium, 12 dkh, and 1300 magnesium. These values are a little high, especially for the alkalinity, which is too high. So I mix both of the salts, the Pro salt and the regular Red Sea salt, together to achieve the parameter values I want. I've been doing this for 2 years with great results. Now, after we decided what salt brand to use, we need to pick the source of the fresh water. For reef tank, it's not recommended to use tap water. You don't know what might come in this water. It may contain high levels of metals, ammonia, nitrate, phosphate, and silicate, in addition to chlorine, which is added to disinfect the water. The best option is to get a reverse osmosis deionization unit, also known as RODI. These filters will remove everything from the water and make it safe to be used in the reef aquarium. RODI will give you a water with zero TDS. Alternatively, you can use RO alone if the DI is not available, but it's better to use RODI. These filters contain different stages to purify the water. First is the sediment filter that will remove dirt and sediments from the water. The second one is the carbon block. This carbon block will remove chemicals from the water like chloride. Then RO membrane that will remove 99% of the total dissolved solid. And finally the DI resin that will polish the water and keep the TDS at zero. You need to get a high quality unit. Some units come with pressure gauge and TDS meter. However, you can add these accessories and upgrade if needed. Here in the Middle East region, most of the RO systems are drinking water systems, and they don't come with DI. But you can buy an additional DI cartridge and put some DI resin in it and connect it to the filter system. Pressure gauge is helpful to determine if the filter is working at the recommended pressure. If the pressure is too low, you can install a booster pump. I think 100 gallons per day is a good option. You need to pick something that is not too slow and will take a long time to fill your tank. Another important thing is the quality of the filters used inside the RODI filter. I use Marine Depot brand that available at Marine Depot website. These filters are high quality and made in USA. I replace these filters every 4 to 6 months. Changing these filters regularly will increase the lifespan of my RO membrane. For the DI resin, you need to replace the DI resin when the TDS start to climb over zero. To mix the salt and water together, you need a large enough bucket or trash can or container to mix the salt in it. I'm using this 20-gallon trash can. I fill the trash can with RODI water first, then I add power head and heater if needed and start adding salt. Every gallon of water needs around half a cup of salt. Let it mix until it clears and measure the value with a refractometer. I don't recommend to use a hydrometer. Use a refractometer like this instead. I'm using this D&D refractometer and it's very accurate. You need a salinity reference solution to make sure that the refractometer is calibrated. Adjust by adding water or salt to reach 1.026 salinity. To move the water from the trash can to the aquarium, you can attach a flexible tube to a pump output and fill the tank. Also, there is the option to fill the tank with RODI water and mix the salt in there. Just make sure that the aquarium does not contain live animals and live rock, because the fresh RODI water will kill everything. You need to make sure that the water temperature is within acceptable range and stable. It can be anything from 76 to 83, depending on the animals you keep. I keep my tank at 77 to 78. It's a little bit lower than the average values that most of the reefers keep, but I have some deep water angels that are happy with this lower temperature. Most important is to have stable water temperature with no fluctuations. Unstable water temperature will stress the fish and corals and make them vulnerable to diseases. You may need to install a heater if it's too cold, or a chiller if it is too hot. Some chillers have built-in heaters inside. You need to pick an appropriate sized heater or chiller so it can work efficiently. Undersized heaters and chillers will not keep the stable temperature we are looking for. Oversized may have the risk of overheating or chilling the tank to make it too cold. It's also recommended to use some external temperature control to control the tank as a backup. We will talk about controllers in future episodes. I'm using the Apex controller to control the temperature in my tank. We will talk next week on how to arrange the rocks and make the aquascape, and to add sand and to kickstart the nitrogen cycle. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, subscribe and hit the bell button to receive notification for the next episode.